Waking Up with
Shivraj Prashad, your host on Good Morning Grammar. This Thursday, we got a theatrical episode all the way from Abu Dhabi. Let's listen in.
Even after years of education, there are some things that some people still mess up. For some, it's the laws of physics, and for many, it's grammar. It's not easy. Words and phrases that sound fine in our head can look like gibberish when written down. That is, if we even realize we made a mistake in the first place. It's easy for little grammar mistakes to slip by, especially when we are self-editing. But how do we prevent grammatical errors if we are not even aware we are making them? I'm Malini Kumar from Abu Dhabi, the UAE. Now, let's see this one, referring to a brand or entity as they. A business ethics professor made me aware of this mistake. A business is not plural, he said. Therefore, the business is not they, it's it. So, what's the problem with this sentence? To keep up with their changing audience, Indian Airlines rebranded in 2014. The confusion is understandable. In English, we don't identify a brand or an entity as he or she, so they seems to make more sense. But as the professor pointed out, it's just not accurate. A brand or an entity is it. To keep up with its changing audience, Indian Airlines rebranded in 2014. It might seem a little strange at first, but once you start correctly referring to a brand or entity as it, the phrasing would sound much more natural than they. Next is affect versus effect. This one is another one of my pet peeves. Most people confuse them when they are talking about something changing another thing. That movie affected me greatly. Effect with an E isn't used as a verb the way affect is, so the sentence is incorrect. When we are talking about the change itself, the noun we will use is effect. That movie had a great effect on me. When we are talking about the act of changing, the verb, we will use affect. That movie affected me greatly. Next, assure, insure, and ensure. All of these words have to do with making an outcome sure, which is why they are so often mixed up. However, they aren't interchangeable. To assure means to promise or say with confidence. For example, I assure you that he is good at his job. To ensure means to make certain. For example, ensure you are free when I visit next weekend. Finally, to insure means to protect against risk by regularly paying an insurance company. For example, I insure my car because the law requires it. This is Malini Kumar waving goodbye until we meet again.
You too can feature on any episode by sending in your request or feedback with a voice message on WhatsApp on +91 962 547 5442 or via email at shivraj@brevis.in. We'd be happy to read out your message here or even play it on an entire Friday special episode. Have a good day and stay tuned for another fresh episode of Good Morning Grammar.